It's a lot more than we think. It's not only the 1.3 billion tons of food that are being wasted worldwide, an amount of food that could supply all the hungry people on Earth 3 times over. Our trash bins are spilling over with what we don't see. Whether north, south, east, or west, food waste and losses affect everyone. In developing countries, over a third of the food spoils due to insufficient storage facilities and possibilities for transport. In industrialized nations, the same share is thrown away by commerce, the hospitality industry, and individual households. With each apple that's thrown away, we dispose of enough drinking water to flush a toilet 7 times. Producing one single hamburger uses up 2,400 liters of water, with the meat part accounting for 2,200 liters. With every burger, we consume enough water to fill 16 bathtubs.
Well, did you know throwing away 1 gallon of milk is like throwing away 1,000 gallons of water? That's because it takes that much fresh water to produce 1 gallon of milk. A quarter of our water used for irrigation is used on food that is wasted. So when you throw away your food, you are throwing away all the water that it takes to grow, produce, and ship it as well.
Each year, 1/3 of all the food the world produces is lost or wasted. Not only does this mean an economic loss, it means that all of the natural resources used for growing, processing, packaging, transporting, and marketing that food were also wasted. Imagine. 28% of the world's agricultural land grows crops that are wasted. That equals the total land area of China, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan. Plus the water wasted in growing those crops equals the annual flow rate of the Zambezi or the Volga rivers, an amount that could cover all the world's household water needs. And as agriculture and fisheries expand into wild areas, overexploit natural resources, forest and marine habitats are lost, along with their biodiversity. Above all, wasted food emits some 3.3 gigatons of greenhouse gases. If this were a country, it would represent the 3rd largest emitting country in the world.
Every day we make decisions about what to do with the stuff we don't need. Once it goes into the garbage, it ends up in the landfill and gets added to the 40 million tons of trash we've thrown out over the past 50 years. And landfills aren't always the best way to deal with our waste. Here's why. A landfill may seem like a big hole in the ground, but there is much more than meets the eye. Today's landfills have protective systems to protect public health and the environment. Experts use these systems to make sure that the stuff that ends up in a landfill stays in a landfill and doesn't contaminate our air, land, and water. These protective systems come with a cost, as much as several $100 million over the next decade to build and operate. Our landfills are filling up. Getting a new landfill approved is becoming very difficult, as no one wants a landfill in their backyard. That's why our existing landfill space should only be used for items that can't be turned into new products.
Kira-kira 8,000 tan atau 8 juta kilogram makanan dibuang rakyat Malaysia setiap hari. Jumlah itu sahaja mampu menyediakan makanan untuk 6 juta orang. Makanan yang dibuang lazimnya berakhir di tapak pelupusan sampah. Perebutan sisa makanan menghasilkan gas metana yang menyumbang kepada pemanasan global. Proses sisa makanan mereput juga menghasilkan air larut resap atau licit yang boleh mencemarkan sumber air dalam tanah. Justru amalan pengasingan sisa dilihat mampu mengurangkan sisa makanan di tapak pelupusan sampah sekaligus memudahkan usaha kitar semula bahan organik itu untuk dijadikan bahan kompos. Ketika ini, sisa makanan yang dibuang bercampur dengan sisa pepejal yang lain menyebabkan ia sukar dirawat sebagai kompos. Apa yang penting, amalan pengurangan sisa dengan tidak membazir makanan perlu dipraktikkan untuk mengelak pembaziran.
With a future of more people and fewer resources, we cannot afford to throw our natural resources out with the garbage. Let's do something about wastage. Food producers can invest in better harvest and storage technology to avoid food loss. Food retailers can reduce prices of that imperfectly shaped vegetable and donate unsellable yet edible surplus grocery food to those in need. Food not fit for human consumption should be reused to feed animals. However we look at it, reducing food wastages makes sense economically, environmentally, and socially. Individual consumers can be more careful shoppers, use better methods to store and recycle leftovers, and request smaller portions in restaurants. Small efforts add up. The food wastage pyramid is based on garbage. Policymakers can enhance the ability of producers, retailers, and consumers to turn that pyramid around. For example, develop capacities of food producers to adopt post-harvest technologies. Revise those sell-by expiration dates so perfectly safe food is not discarded. Launch awareness-raising campaigns to inspire consumers to take whatever steps they can to stop food wastage. Reduce landfills through investments in transforming food waste into compost and biogas. The solution starts with you. Each producer, supermarket, household, restaurant and nation has a part to play. It will take the commitment of all to reduce food loss and waste, so that all the natural resources used to produce food will end up as meals for the world's population, instead of as garbage in landfills.
Step 1. Plan ahead. Step 2. Store correctly. Step 3. Cook what you need. Step 4. Recycle what you can't eat.
If you have leftover food, do not throw it away, but you can store it correctly and you can cook something new using this. You can cook fried rice for your breakfast or this appam for your tea time.